The question is, will I keep it? Let's find out. Yeah, I got myself a Leica lens for my Fuji X4. And no, before you ask it, it's not an expensive lens. The Elmar 90mm goes for about $100. The answer is very simple. The Fuji 90mm is at about 600 euros. That would have been a far too expensive test. And besides that, as I said, I wanted to experiment with something entirely different. Shooting full manual with a lens and a focal length that I've never tried before. To use this vintage lens, of course, you need an adapter for your camera. So I ordered one and immediately noticed that I wasn't able to focus to infinity. And that was a big problem, especially because of how I intended to shoot with this lens. But that model of the adapter was one of the cheapest that I could find, so I've opted for a more expensive one from Earth, but same problem. After doing some research, I learned why. If the adapter is even a fraction of a millimeter too long, the lens sits too far from the sensor, so you can focus close but not at infinity. Another unusual thing I noticed as soon as I tested out the lens is that when turning the focus ring, the entire lens barrel rotated with it, including the aperture ring and vice versa. So, because of the nature of this lens and because I have to try it out for the very first time and get used to it, I've decided to go in a very quiet place, which is a cemetery. Sadly, the footage recorded during the test was lost, so while I talk, you're gonna see a time-lapse of the photo editing process for the shots you're about to see, all taken with this lens. Sorry, and thank you. Right away, I realized that this lens is not easy to handle, and also it's not the most natural shooting experience, especially in the streets. This isn't really a drawback of the focal length, but rather its peculiarity and strength, I'd say. The level of compression is very high, so if you can manage to compose something properly, the results are very satisfying. Like the 75, which is a lens that I really love, I feel like this focal length and this lens could really excel in abstract works. And it does. Reflections, overlapping subjects, it just works. Being able to stay far from the subject definitely helps you remain discreet and even unnoticed at times. But that doesn't always mean it is the right choice. Being distant doesn't guarantee you the best angle to frame your scene. And of course, the focal length and the manual operation slow down the entire process. Again, not a bad thing, but sometimes you need to capture something instantly. In half a second, the scene can change completely, and with new people or objects interfering and ruining the original compositions you had in mind. So what do I think about this lens? The experience of shooting with it was really unique. It gave me a renewed passion for photography, but at the same time I missed so many shots. My eyes could see them, but I couldn't quite make them happen. That's definitely not the lens fault, it's me. It's definitely on me. I'm not skilled enough to use it, so I won't keep the lens. Because in the end, the results aren't that different from what I could achieve with my Fuji 75mm equivalent. To wrap it up, would I recommend this lens? Absolutely yes, but first do some research about the adapter that might fit your camera and helps you use this lens properly.